Hey everybody, it's Ann Cosma. Please join me as I share my TOSA thoughts on Adobe Spark Video. I wanted to share some personal thoughts on best practices for using this app with your students. Adobe Spark Video is one of my favorite apps. If you don't have an account, you can sign up for free. Just so you know, Adobe Spark Video is compatible with iPad through the Spark Video iOS app and also on laptops and Chromebooks at spark.adobe.com. The first time you launch the app, you're going to tap on the Sign Up for Free button. This will take you through the Adobe ID sign-up process. Please note, Adobe Spark Video is for users age 13 and up. It does ask you to confirm your birth month, day, and year, so you need to be at least 13 years old to have an individual account. After the initial setup process, I always choose to log in with my Google account. Simply enter your username, and after entering your password, allow Adobe Spark Video to manage your photos and videos and even have offline access. If you're an educator who is using Adobe Spark Video with students younger than 13 years old, please consider these things. You need to know that Adobe Spark Video is an app that is rated 12+. If you didn't know, apps have ratings just like movies do. A rating of 12+ means the following: there is infrequent or mild alcohol, tobacco, or drug use or references, and infrequent, mild, or mature suggestive themes. If you want more information on what Adobe Spark says regarding student age considerations, you can find it on their website at spark.adobe.com. So, can you use Adobe Spark with your students? Yes, and I'm going to tell you how. The fine print of the Adobe Spark Video user agreement says that if students are under 13 years old, you should use one classroom account. I would recommend you make one teacher account. If you've already created your teacher account, what you're going to need to do is click where it says already have an Adobe ID, log in. And yes, you're going to need to log in on every single student device. And now my thoughts and best practices on searching in Adobe Spark Video. You get 3 kinds of search options in Adobe Spark Video. Let's talk about what you need to know when you search for icons. When you or your students search for icons, those icons are pulled from the Noun Project, which is an online graphic arts library. Please be aware that some icons are suggestive and are not appropriate for younger eyes. Best practice would be to always be aware of what your students are searching for. Now a few tips and tricks on when you are searching for photos. You have 8 photo search options that include Find Photos, Creative Cloud, Lightroom, Google Photos, On My iPad, Take a Picture, Dropbox, and Facebook searches. Even though we have very robust web filters, I would suggest not using the Find Photos option. This is just best practice because we don't know the extent of the internet, and I would never want for our young students to come across an inappropriate picture they should not be seeing. I recommend using these 2 options. Either select On My iPad or Take a Picture. That way you or your students are always in control of what photograph is being used in the project. Even though it's not a search option, the last choice is to simply add text to your slide. If you're sharing a classroom account, you need to ask yourself this: how do you prevent students from editing other Adobe Spark videos in that same shared account? This all has to do with Cloud Sync. You can either enable or disable the Cloud Sync under the Settings option in your Adobe Spark Video account. So, what do you do now that you've created a really cool Adobe Spark project? How do you share Spark videos that your students have created? If you notice this icon, you'll recognize it as a way to see share options. I call this icon the share arrow. Once you tap on it, you will see a lot of ways that you or your students can share their Spark videos. When you go to share your video, you're going to have to choose a category. I always select education. And if you choose to generate a unique URL for your Spark video, tap on the clipboard and you will copy a link to the clipboard. If you copied a link to your clipboard, you can go to any QR code generator and create a QR code to that Spark video. I like to use enigma.com because they have an awesome optional place to add a title. Another way to share your Adobe Spark video is by selecting the download icon. Once you tap that, tap the orange button to save your video to the camera roll. There are a lot of ways you could app smash and share your Adobe Spark video. These show a quick examples using Adobe Spark Video, the enigma.com QR code generator, and Pick Collage Kids. Adobe Spark Video really is a fantastic tool that enables our students to share their learning with people around the world. Adobe Spark Video has also provided some awesome resources for teachers. If you go to their website, spark.adobe.com, you can download a guide for schools and educators with ideas, lesson plans, and awesome examples. You might even want to check out the awesome blog posts written by Ben Forta. I hope this has been helpful. I know you will love Adobe Spark Video as much as I do. Thanks for listening to these thoughts from your TOSA.